You thought with your yes, you did. No, I did not.
Today, Remy flips out on his Are You the One housemates. The first perfect match heads to the honeymoon suite.
This isn't real. This isn't real.
And racing wives Whitney Dillon and Mariel make a pit stop at our studios to take a look under the hood of their brand new show.
Are you scared or excited? I am really excited, but I'm also very scared.
This is your reality check.
Let's go.
Hey everybody, happy Thursday. We made it. It is almost the end of the week. I am Lyndsey Rodrigues. Welcome to Reality Check. Joining me today is People Magazine Senior TV Editor Breanne Heldman. Breanne, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much. It's great to be back.
Absolutely. Now, I know that you are a very busy lady, so the fact that you are here means the absolute world to us, and there is a lot to chat about today. So it's Thursday. That, of course, means that later in the show, we're going to take a look back at the best moments in reality TV this week. And of course, that means that we want you to vote for your favorite moment on Twitter at People. Now, the nominees include Hannah asking Tyler out on a date, Ellie Kemper's golden buzzer on AGT, Remy flipping out on Are You the One, and the reveal of that unseen production footage on Real Housewives of Potomac. Real quick, Breanne, what do you think is going to win?
Ooh, I think the Hannah footage is great, but that Real Housewives of Potomac was fire.
It really was fire. All right, well, I'm going to let you guys get voting, and then Breanne and I are going to get into our top 5. At number 5, United Airlines has offered a flight to Tyler C following Tuesday night's live after the final Rose special when we all saw Anna ask him out on a date. Tyler has told People that he was disappointed in Jed's dishonesty and their broken engagement, as we all were. He went on to say to see what she went through was tough because that girl deserves the world. It's a good thing he seems to still have feelings for Hannah since United wanted to make sure that he would have no excuse for missing their future meetup. The airline tweeted, "Hey Tyler, we heard you have an important date coming up. Need a ride?" Since the post, United has admitted to being big fans of the show, telling People.com what better way to help than by offering to get Tyler to her date for their date. So do you think that Peter might leave his job at Delta Airlines, go to United Airlines, be the pilot on that plane, and then deliberately take the plane in the wrong direction so that Tyler misses his date with Hannah?
Well, as a huge Peter fan, I think that's what should happen.
Okay. Oh, so you would have liked to have seen her with Peter.
I loved Peter.
He was a sweet guy. He was a sweet guy.
I think he's a good man, and I think he's ready for marriage in a way I'm not sure Tyler is.
Okay. Well, Peter, get your resume out to United. You got some work to do. At number 4, Bachelor in Paradise couple Jade and Tanner Tolbert revealed the dramatic arrival of their new bundle of joy Monday night. Jade told People that the birth of their son not only happened 2 weeks before its due date, but also happened so fast she didn't have time to get to the hospital. Now, instead, she welcomed her baby on the floor of her bedroom closet. So on the plus side, I'm guessing that's her happy place. And Tanner went on to mention that her water actually broke at 9:16 p.m. as they were watching, what else? The Bachelorette. So I guess we have a new member of Bachelor Nation in the world. Now, Jade and Tanner met on Bachelor in Paradise and have been married for 3 years, and their new little boy joins big sister Emmy, who is almost 2. Now, are there any 2 cast members on Bachelor in Paradise that you would like to see form a love connection?
Oh, that's a tough question.
It's hard because we haven't got to know all of them yet, but we know Derek Paith is on there, Mike is on there, John Paul Jones.
I mean, I have been not shy about how much I love Mike, so I'd like to see him find some love.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see who Kaylin falls for.
Yeah. And I see that there's like a same-sex romance that is bubbling
brewing
up, which is really, really cool. So
that's an almost Are You the One kind of twist on Bachelor in Paradise.
And
but we'll get to that later.
There you go, doing my job for me. I love it. At number 3, Jessica Simpson is being slammed for letting her 7-year-old daughter Maxwell dye her hair. Maxwell was all smiles at the hair salon while she had the ends of her hair dyed purple, inspired by the main character in the Disney movie Descendants. Now, mum shamers were quick to attack the mother of 3 for ruining her daughter's hair at such a young age. And while the negative comments rolled in, others came to her defense, calling her a great mum for allowing her daughter to express herself creatively. I agree. The reality star hasn't responded to online trolls, and we don't expect her to, as she usually doesn't, because let's face it, she has better things to do. What do you make of all of this? How is having your kid's hair dyed any difference to having, face painted or ears pierced or any form of creative expression?
I think it looks so cute. I mean,
right?
It's adorable. It's a really fun way to show your fandom. It's really sweet. I don't have any problem with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of non-toxic or whatever materials were used for that dyeing, but there are certainly ones that don't strip your hair.
Yes.
She's very young. That hair is very healthy.
Yes.
And it's at the bottom and it's very long. And so if it is ruined, it can be cut.
It can be cut, exactly. I think mum shamers just need to take a back seat and just remember that everyone is just trying to do their best and everyone's parenting style is different and we need to respect that.
100%.
So, at number 2, LeBron James turned heads while cheering on his son, Bronny, during his AAU basketball tournament championship game. So now we're actually going to turn to dad shaming because the proud dad's cheering sparked an online debate about whether his sideline reactions were parent appropriate. During the tournament, the $1 Million Mile EP was so excited that one of his shoes flew off during his exuberant reaction. LeBron tweeted, "I love being around my little bros, watching them play the game they love." But the celebration seemed excessive to some critics, namely Fox Sports analyst Jason Whitlock, who said he lost touch with what is considered socially acceptable. Despite the criticism, fans and fellow athletes did come to his defense. What do you make of this? I feel like he can't win. If he wasn't there, you're a bad dad. You're too obsessed with your career for not being there. Then he's there. He's excited. He still gets, stuff for it. So what do you think?
But look, LeBron James shows up to a game, everyone's going to be looking at him.
Yes.
So it doesn't really matter what he does, but I think you're right. I think the point is he shows up for his kids.
Yeah. He's
He's actually being a good dad, and he's cheering them on, and he's cheering the team on. He was hyping them up during the warm-up. Go LeBron.
I agree. I mean, I wish my dad had come to some of my school plays, even though they were terrible. You didn't miss out on anything, Dad. It's fine. And at number 1, Austin's on-again, off-again flame Madison dropped a major allegation about her castmates on last night's Southern Charm. She claimed that Shep gave Danny chlamydia, and the source of this information was Austin. Now, the two quickly denied the claim, and Danny said, "That is a lie. That is a blatant lie. It is not a fact. You can't be throwing random stuff around like that. It's just not cool." Then later in the episode, Madison spoke with Catherine, trying to figure out a way to make up with Danny. Meanwhile, all of these allegations further fractured the already very rocky relationship between Shep and Austin due to his tumultuous relationship with Madison. I'm guessing it's not going to do much for his relationship with Madison either, because the two of them don't get on at all. So what do you make of all of this? Is this like a really misguided attempt at revenge? What is this about?
I do think this is hitting below the belt. I think
literally.
I mean, it's a gross allegation.
Yeah.
It's none of our business either way.
Yep.
Whether it's true or it's not, we shouldn't be talking about it. They know the cameras are rolling. Look,
Yeah.
I know these guys like to throw punches, literal and figurative, but I don't know. This one feels just a little. Come on.
It's icky. It really is. Like, it's uncalled for, and I don't really know how you bounce back from that friendship-wise after someone said something like that about you. But I guess we'll have to wait and see it play out on the show.
I'm sure it will.
In happier news, we have to say a very big congratulations to Stacey Schroeder and Beau Clark, who got engaged yesterday. I'm not even kidding you guys. I was crying tears of happiness. I've never met Stacey, but she is my spirit animal. I can't wait to see it all play out on the next season of Vanderpump Rules, because I cannot imagine a cuter couple. So congrats, you guys. And speaking of cute couples, the first perfect match was made on MTV's Are You the One last night. Aisha and Brandon's status was revealed when they were voted into the Truth Booth. Now, Breanne, you're a big fan of this show.
Yeah.
This season is obviously very special because we have 16 sexually fluid cast members, the first time that's ever happened. What did you think of this revelation about Brandon and Aisha being a perfect match?
I was so excited that this house finally got a perfect match.
Yeah. They've struggled.
They've struggled, but I mean, other casts have struggled at this point too. It's just the combinations are harder. This is going to be a harder one to win.
Of course.
I'm not sure they can, but getting that perfect match does send them a step in the right direction. It answers a lot of questions, and it will if they all think about it, which is asking a lot from an Are You the One cast. If they really think about it, they will be able to eliminate some other couples from what some of those beams might have been.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you think that Aisha and Brandon have what it takes to make it last outside of the competition once it's all said and done?
I don't see a massive romantic connection there. I do
Okay.
think that they could end up being great friends. There's serious chemistry there. It's just not necessarily romantic.
Maybe not longevity, but at the same time, it was really great to see everyone, cheering them on and just like having such a great time. So hopefully they won't lose any more money, because we all know that Remy does not like that.
Who does?
That's fair. That is fair. 250 grand is a lot to lose. Well, look, Breanne, thank you so much for finding time in your very busy schedule to come and chat with us. We are going to take a very quick break. On the other side, we'll be meeting the stars of the new CMT reality show, Racing Wives. Stay tuned.
What's that word? Celibate? Celibate. What did I call it? Celibate. I just put an extra syllable in it.
Welcome back to the show. Joining me now are two of the stars of a brand new reality series. It's called Racing Wives. It premieres tomorrow night on CMT at 10 p.m. and the show examines the glamorous world of race car driving and the very glamorous women who inhabit it. So please welcome Mariel, Swan and Whitney Dillon. Hi, beautiful girls.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Very good.
I'm excited to meet you. I think that your friendship is definitely the epitome of hashtag friendship goals.
Aw, thank you.
So more on that later. But before we get into Racing Wives, we have some big news, you guys. Breaking news, if you will. There is a baby on the way for John David Duggar and his wife, Abby Burnett. The couple told People exclusively, we are on cloud nine about welcoming our own little Duggar into the world. The couple tied the knot in November of last year. So do either of you guys come from big families?
We're the same.
Yeah, we both have a little brother.
Yeah, but I have a
Oh, okay, cool. And then the two of you are sisters, let's be real.
Yeah.
And your husband's besties as well?
Yes.
So it's like one big happy family, I
Yes,
feel
so
like.
technically I
Yes.
guess so.
Yeah.
So we were roomies, and then
Yes.
the guys were roomies too.
Oh my
so we
goodness.
just kind of switched roommates.
Oh, that's really fun. I bet you guys go on some really fun double dates.
We do.
Yeah. It's like life is one big double date.
That's so cool. That is the dream. Well, let's get into Racing Wives and take a sneak peek at your premiere season. Let's have a look.
I'm a former brand model. We are like NASCAR's cheerleaders. I'm retired as a brand model, but I kind of kicked open the door for drivers to marry models.
Whitney is the connection between the brand model world and the wives.
All right, girls. So for those not familiar with the NASCAR world, can you give us a little bit of a breakdown of the divide between Racing Wives and brand models that you hinted at in that promo for the show?
So basically, me and Mariel, we were brand models. I was the first model to marry a driver, so
You're kind of like the segue, I
Yeah.
think, for a lot of people to think that like the models and the drivers would get together, or like
Yeah.
people in the sport and the
just so unknown. There's so many
Yeah.
unknown. You know,
Okay.
we're now not only models at the track, but we're around everybody now.
Everyone,
So
yeah.
it's not just Victory Lane anymore. So
Yeah. Was it taboo before for a brand model to marry a driver?
very.
And so
yeah.
how did you overcome that?
Well, Austin, I worked one race and he was like, you, and we just
Yeah.
started hanging out, and then that's just, it happened really naturally and just,
Okay. Well, he's got good taste, that's for sure.
Thanks.
And then we have another clip from your show where, Mariel, you reveal a very personal bit of information. So let's have a look at that.
Not having sex with Paul, it is difficult because Paul is a very good-looking guy.
Are you scared or excited? I am really excited, but I'm also very scared just because Paul's already like an animal.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the celibacy vow. So you were celibate for 4 years, is that correct? And you were friends with your husband before the two of you got together. So was he aware of the fact that you were saving yourself for marriage?
Yes, so
Okay.
I mean, that definitely made it a lot easier just because we were best friends in the beginning, so
Yeah.
he knew like what I thought, how I felt, like he knew what was up before
Right.
we actually got into a relationship.
Okay. What was the hardest part, no pun intended, of not... No, because as you said, I mean, your husband's a very attractive
Yeah.
man. So what was the most difficult part of not sleeping together for so long?
Aside from him being like really good looking, I think what's super hard in the beginning is like wanting that connection with someone.
Yeah.
Because it is something that you yearn for, especially when you're attracted to someone.
Yeah.
And like holding out with it and just like forcing yourself to build connections with that person outside
Right.
of like sex.
Yeah.
So I think that was the hardest part, is just like wanting that, and you just, you had to like hold out.
Well, good for you for standing your ground. Will we get to see your wedding on the season of the show?
I don't know, actually.
You see leading up to it. So
Yeah.
you
Okay.
see all the chaos of the wedding.
okay.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
see like
Bridal
the bridal
shower.
shower, all
Yeah.
the fun stuff, but
All right.
still the stuff that is very,
Well,
Yeah.
as Mariel's best friend, what kind of bride was Mariel? Was she a bridezilla? Was she a chill bride? Was she,
we had a couple moments.
I had some moments, I ain't gonna lie.
She wasn't chill, she was just nervous.
Yeah.
She was more
fair.
nervous than anything.
Yeah.
Which is really weird because her personality is super chill. On my wedding, I was super chill, which is
Yeah.
weird. I was like, pfft,
Like, what
gonna be
are you
great.
wedding?
Well, I guess when you know you're marrying the right person, you can
Yeah.
relax a little bit. So that's nice. And what else can we expect from this season of Racing Wives? Can you give us like the elevator pitch of what's coming up?
Well,
You see kind of the relationships and the friendships outside of us. You see us with our husbands, and you see the other girls and how we're trying to navigate our way through this crazy world.
Yeah.
We're brand new in this world, so it's really fun to see, you know, the underdogs kind of coming in.
Yeah, for
and because
sure.
the two of you are best friends, does that make it more difficult for you to integrate with the other girls because you've already got this established bond that people can't sort of penetrate?
Very.
For sure.
Okay.
I do believe too, just kind of like our relationship in general, we're kind of like in your face, and we're a lot for some people, you know what I mean? So I think that like when you get two of those, you're like, ha, you know, it's like, it's a lot for people to just be like, hey, like,
Right.
come on.
We're excited to see it all play out on the season. So that begins tomorrow night at CMT at 10 p.m. Eastern. We are going to go to a very quick break, but when we come back, we'll be looking at all of the biggest tea of the week with our Reality Bite segment and getting the results of that Twitter poll to see which moments you were digging the most. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. I am still joined by the lovely Mariel, Swan and Whitney, Dillon, stars of the new CMT series Racing Wise, which premieres tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Now it is time to reflect on all of the reality moments from this week that had us reeling with our weekly Reality Bite segment. Enjoy.
You slept with her the night before you left. Like, that just... This is obviously humiliating for me.
The number of people that were in Monique's house at that party, somebody had their phone out, taking a picture or a selfie. Is there footage?
But they also were too, so that's why she probably went to go visit
Roller coaster.
I am not with Jed anymore.
Please don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
All right, no problem.
At least we got a life jacket.
You're an incredible guy, and I'm a single girl.
I didn't touch your butt. I didn't touch your butt. Come on, get a beer.
I just thought maybe we could go for a drink and just hang out.
I would love to. Just tell me when. I'm there.
Well, it's certainly been an eventful week, so let's talk about some of the stuff that we saw here. Let's begin with The Bachelorette, because obviously that was heartbreaking to see Hannah think that she was getting her happily ever after, get engaged, and then find out the guy had a girlfriend. What did you make of that?
Best season ever for The
Yeah,
Bachelorette.
that's crazy.
That's intense.
I mean, they had the perfect villain in Luke P, and then they had the broken engagement, and then what did you make of her asking Tyler C out at the end of it all?
I wanted her to pick Tyler,
Yeah.
so it works.
I think so. I think so. And then we also had a very scandalous moment at the end of Real Housewives of Potomac where we saw that unseen footage of Michael Darby maybe, or maybe not, inappropriately touching a cameraman. Do you have any thoughts on that?
That's juicy.
That's juicy.
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah, well, it's also the first time in the Housewives franchise that we've seen unseen production footage.
Right.
The charges have, of course, been dropped, so we have to assume that people are innocent until proven guilty. But, of course, that's shaken things up a lot within that group of people.
Yeah.
That's,
That's
I don't even know.
I know, it is.
That's
like
a
a
lot.
speed-ass moment,
Yeah,
right?
because would that be like cheating if he did too?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of speculation that it's not the first time he's done something inappropriate as well, and then there's speculation that Ashley's only with him because he's like. There's just a lot of
Yeah, because that could be like sexual molestation.
I mean, they've been charged. As I said, they've been dropped. So, but yeah, it's definitely been a dramatic season of Potomac, and it's not over yet. Right now, why don't we check out the results of our Twitter poll, where we asked you to vote on your favorite moment of the week. And with an overwhelming 78% of the votes, you chose Tyler C's Second Chance as the best reality moment of the week, because you know what? Hannah said from the get-go she wanted someone to be bold. She wanted to be bold herself. And it doesn't get much bolder than asking someone out on live television.
Exactly.
Yeah. So go, Hannah, beast mode. Woo. Right now, it is time for one last break. And when we come back, we'll be hitting you with another great moment in reality history. So make sure you don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Reality Check. I am still joined by the lovely Mariel, Swan and Whitney Dillon. They are the stars of Racing Wives. It's a new show on CMT. And right now, we are hitting you with another gem of a moment from reality TV history. Enjoy.
The Miz is a character I created. He's basically a wrestling star, and he's ready for the big leagues.
In this 2001 episode of The Real World, Mike Mizanin reveals his wrestling-obsessed alter ego, aka The Miz.
He always has it. Loves it. Strokes it. Treats it like it's a partner.
We quickly see how serious Mike is about this whole wrestling thing. But we would never have guessed he would win the real WWE Championship belt 9 years later.
The Miz is WWE Champion!
Which is why the birth of The Miz is one of the greatest moments in reality history. So The Miz is a really good example of someone who parlayed his reality stardom into, a different career. Is there something that you guys are hoping to make happen now that you're new reality stars?
Yeah, for sure. We're just kind of open for whatever.
Yeah, well, we're just down for the ride.
Okay.
Yes.
What would be the dream? Like a fashion thing, beauty, something like that?
We do have our own jewelry line, Shop the WM.
Oh, very
We have
cool.
a blog, so I mean, really, we'll just kind of go wherever.
Well, make sure you are following the journey of these two lovely ladies. As I said, the show premieres tomorrow night, CMT at 10 p.m. It's called Racing Wives. That is all we have time for today. I want to say a big thank you to Breanne Heldman and the Racing Wives, Whitney and Mariel, for being here today. Make sure you follow @People on Twitter to watch the newest Reality Check episode, streaming every day at 4:30 p.m. Thanks for a great show, everybody. I am Lyndsey Rodrigues, and I will check you next week.